pineapple. Looking very good, very nice. Good morning, 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 pineapple. Looking very good, very nice.
What's up, homie?
What's good? You trying to bang on me, blood? From
What's up, fool? What's up, homie? You trying to get dropped or what, my boy? Chill out, bro. Hey, chill out, bro. What's up, homie?
It would be very funny to see Trump fighting.
Yeah, it would. Oh, there's videos of him fighting.
Really?
Yeah, he was in the World Wrestling Federation there.
I believed you for a minute.
Good morning, pineapples. Looking very good and very nice. Welcome to the Wake Up America Show. I'm your host, Austin Peterson. Sorry we didn't get ourselves set up properly and on time. Womp womp. But it's Friday. Who cares? We're just here to feel good today.
I'm just happy to be alive. I've been sick like a dog for the past 2 weeks, so bear with me, everybody. I've got my tea, I've got my cough drops, tissues, water. I don't know what else I can have.
We're doing the best we can today.
Yeah.
We may be living on a prayer, but we're more than halfway there. Welcome to the Wake Up America Show. I'm your host, Austin Peterson. And if you don't die from the cold, then you're going to die from the storm, because we have the list of what Americans should stock up on to prepare for this weekend's massive winter storm. It's a twister. It's a twister.
Well, my mom is also dealing with storms over there in Michigan. The temperatures right now are in the negative temperatures in Michigan. It's like the tundra. I'm glad not to be there, not because of my mom, but because of the weather.
There's a lot of great things going on the Wake Up America Show today, so you want to hang out with us for the full 2 hours, even though Justin isn't going to be here. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter, because you're all going to see Justin in Boston when we hang out.
IRL.
IRL.
Yeah, that's better.
I feel like you're not quite in focus for me. Like, at least I want you at a little more focus. If that
I
means,
thought it was just my eyes.
if you could if you could roll that chair forward,
they're all foggy.
like maybe
okay.
8 inches. I think you'd
forward.
be in
You said
forward. Yeah, let's see what happens when you go. There it is. Yep, right there. You're in focus. So scoot yourself forward 8 inches, and now you're in beautiful, perfect, high definition.
How do I look, audience?
You look crisp, clear,
Really?
and under control. Does anybody remember that commercial?
Clean, clear, and under control.
Yes.
Neutrogena face wash.
So the National Weather Service recommends stocking up on essential supplies ahead of the winter storm. In the South, they're always freaking out and clearing out their grocery stores.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of snow falls in Georgia, and everybody just panics.
Yes. Yeah. You know, Michiganders. I mean, I'm pretty much as far north as you can get. People in Wisconsin have it even worse than me. But yeah, in Michigan, we laugh at people who are freaking out.
There was like 2 inches of snow in Georgia one year, I remember, and people forgot how to drive. There were so many accidents for 2 inches of snow. Now, you saw your man driving across the country when we were headed towards Colorado, and it was like that freezing rain that came and hit the highway in the middle of the day.
Oh, yeah. And what do they call them? Squalls? Or
something
where
like that.
there's complete whiteouts.
Yeah. So we had like a squall, like a complete whiteout, winter white, and the roads had frozen. So it was like we were driving and everything was fine, and then there was like a misty rain because it was warm enough, and while we were driving, the temperature dropped.
Yeah.
And so the roads, you could see people on the highway were just like all of a sudden, like a little bit like an ice rink and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And even when you're in your nice trucks, your nice Subarus, ice is still not your friend. That's the thing, is that so many people get really confident on the road, but ice, you cannot be confident with
Ice is not your friend unless they're picking up the Somali scamsters in Minnesota.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, my gosh. What a good setup. Look at that. I just put it out there and you just slammed it.
They watch this show because they know it's alarming how charming I can be.
I'm just sitting here thinking about snow and you're here in Iceland.
Yeah, Barney Styles is here. What's up? He says, today's the day in Texas. If you don't have at least a half a gallon of milk, you will surely die.
Oh my God, what is happening? Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in hearing about this weather fiasco. I'm one of those people where as a child, I would watch the Weather Channel with the jazz music for hours and hours.
Now, here's my thing. For my entire life, almost, every time the media drums up something this huge, it's rarely ever reaches the level at which they have hyped it. And I'll tell you that while there are some huge news items going on, and for people like us, we'll always find some news item to talk about. The fact is that most of the press is really kind of bored because there haven't really been explosive. They really ginned up the Greenland thing and the dust up with Europe and stuff. We're going to talk about that. And we've got some good clips. Trump gave like a 25-minute monologue to the press on his way home from Davos, and it's funny. We've got some funny clips. We've got some serious clips. But for the most part, the media is just desperate for a news story that's not boring. So this winter storm is like, we can, finally the weather team has something to do, and the newsrooms, finally they're relevant, and people want to speak to them, because usually it's like crime, and if it bleeds, it leads in the press.
Right. But as we know, fear is what people want.
They love fear.
You want to feel fear.
They love fear.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I've seen YouTube channels where there's these guys who are like storm chaser people, and they have thousands and thousands of people watching, and all they're talking about is the possible storms.
Georgia and other southern states get ice, says D-Links. Not just fluffy snow you can move with a shovel.
Good.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, I do feel bad for these southern states because really they're not equipped with everything that states like Michigan have, for example. Like Michigan has, all the salt, all the trucks, all the preparations, but these southern states, they probably don't invest that much money in that because how often do they need these things?
Exactly.
I even make fun of people here in Missouri because they're not even that prepared. I mean, we don't even own a snow shovel. We only get snow maybe once to twice a year here, which is very, weird for me.
Well, here's the thing. The good news is if you're like us, you like to exercise a lot. It will be the perfect weather for many people for jogging.
So what are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow, so your feet don't get wet.
Here, like you said, running, sledding, just enjoying it. Oops.
It's the perfect texture.
That sent her straight to the chiropractor. You best bet that one.
It's the perfect texture.
I mean, maybe she really wasn't falling. She was just doing an exercise, to stretch her back.
We were talking about that clip the other day, and I was just saying if something like that had happened to me, I would die because you got to know she regrets that so much. She goes,
probably not. I bet you anything. Knowing how crazy women are, she's probably in Minnesota right now in a Target, telling them not to let ICE agents in to go to the bathroom. I bet you anything.
True.
These women just don't stop.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
If that news reporter had followed her after her fall, she would be like, "Oh no, I didn't fall. I'm just fine. I'm just PMSing," and then she would have kept going.
Booty Sweat says, I worked as a reporter in Jonesboro, Arkansas. They coat the road in beet juice brine because salt isn't cost effective. Also, it's healthier for the roads.
Yeah, and for the cars too. Salt is terrible for cars. My car used to rust.
We're gonna have some laughs today on the Wake Up America show. I think we're gonna have a great show today. We're gonna entertain everybody. Yeah. Thanks so much to Andy And I think we got another donation this morning.
Oh, thank you guys.
We appreciate that. We do have bonus content for you, so please do continue to unlock that those Rumble rants. We got another group who joined the Boston Liberty Tour yesterday.
We did. Yeah, they're a military family, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have such an awesome crew of people hanging out with us on in Boston on May 1st and the 2nd. We're celebrating America's 250th anniversary, and it's going to be a blast. May 1st and 2nd, me, Steffi, Justin, we will be leading a tour of revolutionary patriots through the cobblestone streets of Boston, talking history, visiting the Boston Tea Party Museum. We're going to take a cruise on Boston Harbor. And we're all going to go out to eat together and have an absolute blast and just enjoy being an American.
Yeah. And this time, with the exception of Quest, it's a completely new group of people. So that's the cool thing about it, is that everywhere we go, we can meet new faces.
Last year we went, we did the DC Liberty Tour, went to George Washington's Mount Vernon and a bunch of other museums. And when we went to the museum, we even made news, and the White House got the White House on the line because the Smithsonian American History Museum told me to furl my American flag.
The American flag's on your desk right now.
Yeah.
Can they see it? Yeah, that little thing right there. I was there. In the wife of the president's collection area.
Yeah, it was Quest was there. He saw it and heard it. And we got the White House on the line because they were like, hey, this should not happen in our nation's museums, especially the one about American history. The Stars and Stripes forever fly at that museum. You buy them in the gift shop.
I know. We actually, that's so funny. Speaking of gift shops, we actually bought this cherry blossom in the gift shop of the Smithsonian, I believe.
That was at the
Capitol
Congress, the Capitol. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they were selling these in the Smithsonian too, but yeah, in DC. This just represents DC trip.
Actually, I could be. No, I'm
might
wrong.
be the Smithsonian.
I was wrong. Here's the thing. I remember we went to the American History Museum. We went into the gift shop.
Oh, and you asked if they sell American flags, I think.
And they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah.
And then we went to the one that they have at the airport on the way home.
And that's right.
And
you
they
bought
didn't.
This. Did we buy this at the airport even? Maybe?
I
don't know.
I might have.
Who knows? It represents
It doesn't
DC.
matter. We shouldn't waste time talking about it.
No, nobody cares. All right.
But the fact that there was not an American flag. So anyways, the point of this was to talk about how it's hijinks sometimes. We might make the national news. So it's a good idea to come because you get to see and participate in all the fun. And, a little bit of, if rebellion means carrying the American flag on a tour group, let's rebel together. May 1st and 2nd.
Are you going to carry the flag again this year?
Oh, you damn right I'm going to carry the flag this year, baby. What you think?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
There might be some Tia flying into the water. I'm just saying.
Is the discount run out? Oh my God, no.
No, the discount is still good till the 23rd.
No, they only have 16 hours. This is it. So 16 hours, 35 minutes, 40 seconds is the countdown to get the 25% off of the tour. So if you buy more than one ticket, use that code Boston25 and you will get a 25% discount on your tickets. But that offer is running out. There's a lot of deadlines we have to hit for booking a lot of stuff, including like the tour on the boat, different things. So that's why we have to issue some deadlines and stuff like that to get people signed up so that we can make sure that everybody's together and that the tour's all straight up.
Because for this trip, we really are actually setting up the events for you, so you don't have to take that upon yourself.
Yeah. Transportation's on you, though. Make sure you read all of the details on the website there at forlibertyshop.com and sign up with me, Stephanie, for an amazing weekend in Boston. Me, Justin, and Stephanie. Use that discount code, guys. And of course, if you've already bought your tickets, can't wait to see you there. And don't forget to grab a merch package. Get the t-shirt, get the tour tote bag, the trucker hat, ceramic stein, and a box of Adams's Patriotic Perk coffee because, of course, John Adams.
I remember last year those tote bags were very important. Like people were seriously carrying them around because like you don't realize the things that you want to take with you when you're on a tour.
For sure, for sure. What Americans should stock up on to prepare for this weekend's massive winter storm? Let's engage in a little fear mongering, shall we? The National Weather Service recommends stocking up on essential supplies ahead of a winter storm, including flashlights with extra batteries. Duh. We recently went to Menards and got some strong flashlights, which is nice.
And I'm sure the batteries are pretty new.
I like the flashlights that I can you can shine it at a deer and it won't move. It's like so bright, right?
Yeah.
Extra food and water. Think we're good. Granola bars. We got enough of Hazel's little juice packets or what have you. Nuts, dried fruit. We got all that. A battery powered weather radio or portable radio.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I brought this from Michigan. I have a hand crank radio.
Good news is we have a generator, so if we need to like have some electricity for whatever reason, we can charge our phones off of our generator too, which is good. Baby necessities, we got enough diapers, formula. We don't have formula anymore, but
yes, we have milk. I do need to go to the grocery store again just to get us more groceries in general, but we'd be fine for the weekend.
Did you have like an order for today that's going to go out? It's going to be.
I need to make one. I
crazy.
haven't had time.
Oh boy, it's going to be a crazy day today at the grocery store. So, heating fuel. Yeah, we got heating fuel. We're good with that. An emergency heat source, a properly ventilated space heater. Yeah, we got one of those. We got a space heater. Okay. A working fire extinguisher. Yes, but it's probably time to check the expiration dates.
We've had them since 2021.
Right. So they might be.
I don't know.
You're supposed to check those every few years.
Probably.
So,
yeah.
Extra pet food. Are Calvin and George going to be okay?
Oh yeah, they have a 40-pound bag.
There you go. Also charge your portable phone chargers. Good one there, Brad. That's good tips.
Oh yes, yeah, we do have like phone banks, like the power banks.
Yeah. So when the power goes out, a lot of people have generators, and the generator it also can help you if you need to keep warm. You can bring the generator inside your house, and it will keep the house warm as well as provide electricity. So very important to do that.
You're joking.
What do you mean joking?
You're joking. And get you carbon monoxide poisoning. Oh my gosh. That's why I freak out about generators because of the carbon monoxide. Ugh.
Damn it, Stephanie. I really thought I was going to get you. Didn't you think I was going to get her?
Oh my gosh. I miss safety over here.
Yes. Welcome to the Wake Up America show, guys. Have you clicked that like button yet? Do it and support the Wake Up America show.
What they do in Detroit is they just turn their oven on, and that's how they heat their house.
And then they stick their head in it because they're...
Well, that's how their house always burns down, because they keep their oven on and they forget, and then they go to sleep, and then it ignites. And, So, we're all becoming preppers again. This is COVID all over.
The camera away.
This is going to look awesome on YouTube.
I'll tell you right now, mister, that freaking shows up on YouTube, I will find you. And yes, it's a threat. Tell him to shut the camera off.
Hey, hold on, I have something.
Honest God, officer, tell him to shut the camera off now.
By law, I can't.
Honest God, this shows up on YouTube. Robinson Township, I'm coming after, and I'm coming after
me for what? I suggest you get in your vehicle, sit on. Don't touch me.
Get off.
Don't
shut
touch
it
me.
off.
Don't
shut
touch
it
me.
off now.
Go sit in your vehicle.
I do not like my picture taken.
Ma'am, listen to me. Sit in your vehicle.
Tell him to shut it off now.
Go sit in your vehicle. He can't take you, okay? Go sit in your vehicle.
I do not want this on YouTube. I don't want to. Tell him to shut it off now.
But shut the camera.
Shut it off now.
Okay, it's off.
Shut it off now.
It's off. Shut it off.
Put the goddamn thing in your car now.
Listen.
No.
Get in your vehicle. I'm going to arrest you for creative disturbance, okay? Do you understand me? Sit down. Let me write this up. We'll get everybody underway.
He's taping me again.
Ma'am.
He's taping me again. I do not like that stuff. I do not like that stuff.
In your vehicle.
Sir, I don't.
That lady has...
These are the 80 IQs we got to deal with in this country.
She has trauma written all over her.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And, she's looking to the police officer as daddy. She's like, Dad, he's taping me. Help me. She wants a parent in her life.
Yeah, good God. That's a woman who has to shave a mustache or two every once in a while. Make sure that they don't get too pokey.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. She's lacked guidance in her life.
Yeah.
She doesn't have anyone who loves her.
Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately.
isn't that really what the heart of the problem is in this country?
Yeah.
Nobody loves these people.
It's bad parents, I really think.
Yeah. Yeah, to some extent, right? But if our child ends up like that, I don't want to take credit responsibility because we're good parents.
Well, I mean, look at, what's his name? Jordan Peterson. Didn't his son have like a drug addiction or something?
I think so.
Dr. Phil, his child had a drug addiction. Like all of these people, even Scott Adams, his son had a drug addiction.
Here's that same mindset, but with like 120 IQ.
Should you have a system where people can come to this country, even if they're well-to-do, get on Medicaid and give birth to a baby and then go back? The answer is no. And we know that Medicaid laws are being used and abused to do just this in the state of California. I'd like to see that stopped. About 13% of the California prison population, costing close to $300 million a year, are illegal aliens. I've had judges in Los Angeles and Orange County tell me 1/2 of their criminal dockets are illegal aliens. Presently, a convicted illegal alien has the option of serving their sentence in California or being returned to their country of origin. I think that option ought to be removed.
That's Senator Dianne Feinstein from 1993. Yes.
Oh, goodness.
That's what the Democrats used to sound like, but now they just love letting these people into our country and overwhelm these resources.
Huh.
Yeah, that was Senator Dianne Feinstein in
That's
1993. You know, I think about how much Trump has changed things sometimes, Stephanie, in this country, and I know it sounds odd, but I'm liking him more and more every day. I know it sounds strange, and some people they seem like they couldn't hate him enough, and they hate him even more. But when you really look at the bigger picture of how much Trump has changed his countries, yes, I think he's been responsible for driving those women into sort of a mania. The part of that is that Trump derangement syndrome is what has affected these women.
Sure.
But they sort of deserve it, and they've kind of called it upon themselves. They blamed everybody else in the world for their problems, and when Trump came along, he was a useful avatar for, that's the man who broke my heart, and now I live with cats and that.
Right.
But in that's bizarro world. But in the real world, I really like this little discussion at Davos yesterday when they talked about the difference between the calm, cool, collected Biden administration, doesn't drive anyone crazy, very non-controversial, very, head on. This is what the business community felt when Donald Trump was elected over Joe Biden. Take a listen.
You cannot imagine how painful it was each and every day under the Biden administration to look at what new crazy proposal was being put into place to solve a problem that didn't even exist. I mean, our constant friction at Citadel with the government across umpteen different aspects of our business was exhausting. And to have that literally end on one day, Election Day, just gives you so much energy as an entrepreneur to go back and build your damn business. So the biggest sea change I've seen across American executives has been just like the giant sigh of relief. I can now go and focus on building my business. And that prior administration, we happen to be a creditor of Spirit. Their merger with JetBlue was stopped. Spirit's in bankruptcy today.
Yeah.
There were so many decisions that were so poorly thought out in terms of economic consequences. It cost the U.S. economy dearly.
Yeah.
I cannot emphasize that enough. And so the Trump administration is making slow progress on deregulation thus far, but the end of the regulatory onslaught has been just an extraordinary boom for American business.
Yeah, a huge win. Yeah.
I don't know. Remember the tariffs that messed with so many businesses?
Yes, but
it's true. That's not cool.
Right, but they're used to paying tariffs. When you issue a new when you issue a new regulation, it's not just about, the money that you pay to comply with the regulation, but figuring out how to comply with the regulation. Okay. A tariff is a tax, and you get a bill, and it's a higher bill. Businesses are used to paying tariffs, but when you talk about a new regulation, we're talking about, ceasing some business activity entirely, which might be a profitable activity.
Right.
Trump has definitely introduced certain fluctuations into the economy that I don't think were necessary, and you're right to question that. And I do think that the tariffs, the tariffs were unnecessary for sure.
Yeah, or like the credit card capping of the interest rates.
I agree.
It's like what? Like those kinds of interventions.
You have to take the
they
good.
don't make sense.
You have to take the good with the bad. No, that's Viktor Orban of Hungary.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you love to see it. I contend, Stephanie, that if libertarians in the United States were as diplomatic as Javier Milei, there would be a libertarian in the cabinet. Right?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's. I know that every country is just so different. Their cultures are so different, so it's really hard to compare. Yeah, it's like if we had a man that had similar hair as him, who went around with a chainsaw, I don't know, he'd be seen as really weird, wouldn't he?
It's hard to say. We are America after all. You'd be surprised.
Because we've had a man with a boot on his head. We've had a man go naked on the stage. I mean, libertarians try to make these grand entrances, right, to get attention.
But true. But here's the thing. He also has the credentials to back it up. It's not like he's some hermit living out in the woods. He's not. We're talking about an educated man and a sophisticated man in many ways.
So, like, if somebody like, let's say, Tom Woods said, I'm going to run for president of the LP.
Right.
I'm sure he'd get a lot of support.
I bet he would. He'd probably win it.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
But it's hard to, but it's also hard to say. You might think so, but the Mises Caucus took over the Libertarian Party, and they weren't even able to deliver the presidential slot. Left libertarians are still very much in control of the Libertarian Party and have been since the Gary Johnson days. So it's been a left libertarian party at least since 2012, I would say. 2008 was the last time that the Libertarian Party nominated a right-leaning, a conservative libertarian, which was Bob Barr.
Oh, okay. I was like, who did they nominate?
That was the first presidential campaign that I worked on. So ever since Gary Johnson took over, he's a left libertarian. He changed the party to invite in all those kind of social liberal types that are largely atheistic, or
they need to have somebody who's relatively well known, who has a background of economics, who's been in the media quite a bit. They need somebody just with more of a resume, I guess you could say. So it's like someone like Elon Musk, only like a little less famous and a little less busy. That's who they need to represent the party.
I do think that the dam is cracking in some ways, and I think Javier Milei and Donald Trump have a large role in that. This is German Chancellor Friedrich Merz talking about the European Union.
We are aware of those problems. Both Germany and Europe have wasted incredible potential for growth in recent years by dragging feet on reforms and unnecessarily and excessively curtailing entrepreneurial freedoms and personal responsibility. We are going to change that now. Security and predictability take precedence over excessive regulation and misplaced perfection. We must reduce bureaucracy substantially in Europe. The single market was once created to form the most competitive economic area in the world, but instead we have become the world champion of over-regulation.
Oh.
That has to end.
Wow.
We are
Yeah.
aware.
Yeah, and I think it's because Trump and Milei are leading the way or making it okay to support these ideas. And also Giorgia Meloni of Italy. I saw a video of her yesterday. I don't want to give it away if I can actually pull it up on YouTube. But Giorgia Meloni, she had been called a bitch by this person. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. She introduces herself as, take a listen to this guy who called her a bitch. This is how she introduced herself to him.
Presidente De Luca, lo strozzo della Meloni, come sta?
Benvenuto, bene, vi saluto.
Dang.
Presidente De Luca.
Presidente De Luca.
Lo strozzo della
I'm
Meloni.
that bitch Meloni. How are you?
Oh my God, he probably feels like such a douche. He's like, oh.
Giorgia Meloni, she's kind of a snack. She's snackish. Which definitely helps. She's got that right wing. She's that right wing blonde, tough gal. She is. This is her. Do you remember when Joe Biden started losing his brain at the end?
Oh, and he was like looking off. Into
yes, Giorgia Meloni was the one who like had to get his attention. Look at Biden. Now look, he's. Where am I? Look. There's nobody there. Signore. Grazie.
She did it with such grace.
I know.
She's just like, hey, over here, bud. Oh boy.
Sad. Can you believe that?
Nobody
they
hears
were
about
running-
him anymore. I wonder how he's doing.
Probably not good. Probably
Yeah.
running around naked with a banana stuck up his butt.
Well, he has cancer, the same kind of cancer as Scott Adams.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like, I don't know, if he has better treatment somehow than Scott Adams had, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Are you guys enjoying the Wake Up America show today? Don't forget, click that like button. If today's your first time watching the Wake Up America show, click the follow button as well. Thank you to everybody like Steelbringer who made contributions this morning to help unlock bonus content. We're really glad to have you here.
Thank you. We try hard.
We're glad to have our friends hitting us up from all over the country here. Keep an eye on that winter storm. We'll be grateful to have people joining us in Boston May 1st and 2nd. We want you to remember that the 25% discount is just ticking down. We are hours away from our May 1st and 2nd 250th anniversary Peterson's Patriots Liberty Tour. Do not sleep on this.
Yeah, I've never been to any of these places except for Paul Revere's house.
I've been in Boston, but I've never done the proper tour. And thankfully, we have a local native Bostonian, Justin, who will be joining us on the tour.
Yeah, he's going to be giving me some hotel suggestions so I can give them to all of you who are coming on the trip. We're really getting like a VIP tour here.
Go to forlibertyshop.com as soon as you can. Peterson's Patriots Boston 250th anniversary tour. The tickets are going to be discounted for another 16 hours. So save 25%. Book in this 16-hour window at forlibertyshop.com. The offer is going to end in 16 hours, 13 minutes, 55 seconds. Amy, I know you want to go.
Yeah, Amy, I'm curious if you're coming.
Book your tickets, Amy.
Is that what she's saying?
Get that 25% discount. I don't even know if she's there.
Oh, okay.
I
was surprised she hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, go to forlibertyshop.com, enroll today, get your tickets, use that code, Boston25. And we're so glad that so many people have already signed up. I can't wait to meet some of you.
I know. I've been excited about this Boston trip before it even was planned, before it even happened. I've been kind of on your back, like, Austin, we got to go to Boston. Got to go to Boston.
Oh yeah. Well, we got everything. I mean, this month has been such a fantastic month here at the For Liberty Network. You guys have no idea just how much like winning is going on behind the scenes on the Wake Up America show's For Liberty Network. We can't wait to share with you, to bask in the glory of what we have created together. Just think about where we were 3 years ago. Some of these people who are watching the show, Stephanie, they've been watching the Wake Up America show since September. What was it? Did I launch it on Tax Day or what was it? It was in September.
Oh, was it like September 1st? It was like Labor Day, the day after Labor Day.
The day after Labor Day, we launched the show. I was doing it in Scott's frozen back room of his speakeasy. Let's hear it for Scott Fawn.
Oh, and Scott has a lot of great successes that are happening as well.
Oh my gosh, I know. It's like our community is just really blossoming. We took on Brad Beckman, who's become a fantastic right-hand man over here. Daniela's doing great. Brian Piotr is still chugging away.
He's about to have his 5th child.
I know. Cafecito Libre is launching soon. I know we've got our launch date in our head, but we're going to make the decision on whether or not to pull the trigger on announcing it next week. Yeah. But Mylene is almost ready. And man, if Cuba falls, if the government of Cuba falls, which I think they're saying it will by like this summer.
Yeah.
Then we're going to be positioned as like the For Liberty Network with the show to capture all of the energy, all of the attention. And frankly, this bilingual podcast on our network, it's groundbreaking what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know any other bilingual podcast out there, honestly.
There are some, but not in our niche.
Huh.
And here's the thing: the Cafecito Libre show is going to import Javier Milei's form of libertarian nationalism to the United States through guests and interviews and activism. So we are changing the world. We started with such humble beginnings, and now thanks to the generosity and the contributions, people like Andy Opperman and Camellia, who has been not only has she been a regular guest since the beginning, but she donates $17.76 a month.
And she's part of your AI course.
Yep.
Yeah.
So our community of people, our dedicated community of patriots, we've laid the seeds, we've planted the seeds, and now the tree is growing and it's looking beautiful. And I can't wait to celebrate America and to celebrate our success in building this institution to where it is. Most podcasts, they do 9 episodes or less and they fail. Our show, 3 years plus strong, a strong community of people who meet up in real life and who are dedicated, motivated, patriotic. And this is how you make a difference. A small group of dedicated, patriotic people. So we can't thank you guys enough. Please do join us in Boston. Get your tickets today at forlibertyshop.com. That's the number 4, libertyshop.com, and buy some other stuff today to unlock the bonus content there. Sound good?
Thank you, everybody.
Everybody, yeah, rock your body. Speaking of people waking up.
If you do not have the courage to look yourself in the mirror, to look the country in the eye and say it is not guns that are the problem, but it is radical Islam that is a problem, then all you are doing is diverting attention and taking away the rights of lawful Australians, whether they be on farms or whether they be in metropolitan areas that have done the right thing by this country, that have abided by the law and should not have their rights taken away, because that is not the Australia that we deserve to hand over to the next generation, and that's the one that a gutless government that hasn't got the courage to face into the problem. That's the gutless nature of this government that will not own up to the problems that has been allowed to seep into this country.
Dang. All these countries are really changing. They're having an awakening. Oh my goodness.
None of this would be happening if Trump hadn't been elected. Let's be honest. They wouldn't have the balls to speak up. Everybody was cowed before Trump came in and said, here's my big giant balls, my American balls. Trump is a 1980s president.
Yeah. I like having actors and celebrities as presidents. I think it's kind of fun.
Well, Ronald Reagan was a great president.
Yeah, maybe we need to continue this trend.
Yeah,
Nicki Minaj, right? She'll be the next president.
She'll be the vice president to J.D. Vance.
Right. Yeah.
No, it's nice to have a president who has balls.
How would it be any different than the current situation? The U.S. can
Much different, much more detailed, much more generous to the United States. It's a much more generous deal, has to be. And we're building a Golden Dome, and you see the way it works. That is so much better for us and for Europe to have that piece of ice covered by the.
Yeah, so the Golden Dome, Stephanie, the Golden Dome.
Oh, in Israel you're talking about?
No, that's the Iron Dome.
Oh, the Iron Dome. Okay, what's
Yes.
the Golden Dome?
Well, that's American because obviously, if it's Trump, Golden Dome.
I don't know what the Golden Dome is.
You don't know what the Golden Dome is,
No.
Stephanie? Gosh, you don't know the Golden Dome?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm just
how-
not with the in crowd here.
Yeah, you won't know what the Golden Dome is. Gosh, wow.
And look at what a missile defense system looks like during a major international conflict, when Israel attacked Iran out of the blue and prompted a retaliation. This system is often
That's
called
an interesting way to put that, out of the blue.
Oh, I
We
wonder
found-
why they started doing that. Oh.
No, just they're editorializing already. Out of the blue. There's no reason why they would have done it completely. Yes, so yeah, we understand. But
So
this
the
is like
Golden Dome is like the Iron Dome?
the Golden Dome is like the Iron Dome, but for bigger missiles. The Iron Dome is for smaller, like rocket-style missiles that
Yeah.
Palestinians shoot into, Gazans shoot into Israel,
Yeah.
into like Tel Aviv, and the Golden Dome is for like intercontinental ballistic missiles. We're talking big.
And we want
big
that here?
ballistic.
We're going to have that
It's
here?
going to be in Greenland.
Oh, in Greenland.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the thing is that when you look at a map and you look at like the flat map, you might be tempted to think, well, Russia is all the way over there, and we've got Alaska as a buffer. But the truth is that Russia and North America are almost connected at the top of the earth.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Alaska is like right next to Russia.
Right, but let me see if I can find the clip that I think it was probably an Instagram reel, so I won't be able to find it. But
So are we for sure getting Greenland?
No, we're not buying Greenland. We're not going to like pave their roads and turn them into the 51st state. We are going to acquire new land for missile defense, as well as gaining access to mineral rights that China was trying to acquire.
Oh, so we're like paying Greenland for access.
Well, to a certain extent, we're paying for defense, and they have to kick in for their defense too. But essentially, we're going to build a new base that will be a new missile defense system at the top of Greenland.
Yeah.
So it's to prevent missiles from being able to come from Russia north into North America because Greenland is between us.
Okay.
From the northern part of our.
I mean, that sounds like a much like better compromise. I know that having Greenland as a 51st state was like such a great, exciting idea, but it sounds a lot more logical to
I
just
didn't
do
think it was
this
ever
way.
going to happen. I knew it was a bluff. It was a bluff.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was bluffing because he asks for more than he thinks he can get.
Which is what a businessman does.
Yes, so that's how you win. We're
Yes.
tracking a winter storm today as well, trying to keep an eye on the news.
It's all starting in the Southern Plains today. So cities like Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Dallas, all seeing major impacts. There's a live look at Dallas and Tulsa this morning. Again, everything is okay, but conditions are going to dramatically deteriorate as we work our way through this afternoon and certainly by tonight. So your hours to prep, they are coming to a close. Let's start things off with what we're expecting in Little Rock to really break it down per city location. Now, the snow impacts for Little Rock, we're looking at a combination of everything. We are going to have very cold temperatures, and I think that's an important thing to point out for folks that live across the Southern Plains and the Southeast, is the bitter cold air, how it's playing into the storm, but most importantly, how it really settles in behind the storm. For a place like Little Rock, we could have 4 consecutive days of temperatures that are going to be very cold. And the record low temperatures, the coldest temperature ever recorded in Little Rock is -1. That was set back on February 16th. We could definitely be challenging, some of these things. These are impacts that we saw back in 2021. So we are really looking at sort of a flashback of conditions that we've seen in past storms. Looking at the snow that we're anticipating for Little Rock, about 1 to 3 inches, because we're going to see a combination of everything. It's not just snow. We're going to get sleet and
1
ice
to 3
accumulation
inches?
as well.
They're freaking out
Looking
about
at
1
some
to
of
3
these
inches?
bigger
Well,
snowstorms,
Texas.
of course, we're not going to be anywhere close to that for Little Rock. I think for Little Rock, the biggest concern is going to be the combination of the different types of winter precipitation. Ice accumulation for Little Rock, 1/4 to 1/2 inch.
I mean, that's a lot.
That's
When you
bad.
think
That
about
is- that
what we
is
could
bad.
be dealing with power outages and just the delays on the roads. And after these storms move through the southern plains, it's going to head to the east, and the ice storm warnings have already been issued for this crippling storm. It's going to target some major cities across the southeast. Roanoke, Virginia, good morning to you. Cold air already in place, but things are just about to get started. Let's give you some numbers and some graphics to put this into context for you for places across the southeast. Now, a place like Lexington, Kentucky, when we talk about the forecast, now calling for 8 to 12 inches of fresh snow, will this be one for the books? Of course, because it's impactful, but as far as numbers, well, records go all the way back to 1875, and the biggest storm that they've had was back in 2015, 17 inches of fresh snow. The next storm, and number 5 on the list, was 2015 with 14 inches of fresh snow, so the forecast is just under that. But having said that, it's not just about the snow, right? It's also about the ice, and the ice is going to be a major concern, as well as some of the winds that come in behind this. I think when we talk about this forecast, we talk about also the winds that could add to the problems with the ice on the power lines and the trees. That cold air is in place. The moisture arrives Saturday. And look at the duration. This is Saturday morning to Saturday evening when we're dealing with the snow. Finally comes Sunday, that warm air starts to nose in, and then now we're watching for some freezing rain, some sleet. We go back to snow for a bit. Behind it, more in the way of those winds will keep us rather cold. That's just one example. Here's Memphis, 1 to 3 inches of fresh snow. Britta, along the I-40 corridor and north of here, you're going to be dealing with ice and snow, major thoroughfare. This is a concern. When you're talking ice, 1/2 inch, man, and the cold weather behind it, it's a problem for us with the wind.
Yeah, they're gonna have a little bit of ice and snow. Just stay home. It's not hard.
Well, my mom was talking about in Michigan, they're going to have exploding trees, apparently.
Oh, God.
Apparently, they're trees that make gunshot noises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that, like, your mom would worry.
Oh, for sure. Well, in Michigan, they're like, very anti-gun, right? Very Democrat run. And they're like, oh my God, God forbid a gunshot noise. Right? All right.
Okay, so I found the scene where it's a really good scene from a show that I haven't watched. It's called The Diplomat. And in this scene, two women are discussing the Arctic defense. And even though it is a drama, it's actually a really good breakdown for why Greenland is important to American national security. So the Scots hate us. The Scottish are socialist shits. They hate the UK. They want to be independent of the United Kingdom, and they don't want American nuclear submarines in Cregan, especially because if there is a conflict, then Cregan has got a giant target. So since we can't really trust the Scots or the British anymore, Trump's looking out for our future. He's looking out for future conflicts that might come, that might arrive. Sure. He's looking for land for places to build submarine pens so that we can ensure that we can control the North Atlantic, because Russia is not all the way on the other side of the world. They're at the top of the world, just like the United States and Canada are at the top of the world.
I know that map really messed with my head, because I'm like, wait, no, Russia would come to us through the Pacific.
No,
through that area, towards Alaska.
Let me show you.
I don't think
on that
would
map.
Russia really come all the way through the Atlantic.
Well, yes. Well, no. First of all, yes. But here's the thing: when you look at this map, and I've got my cursor on it right here. The top of Russia right here is all over here too, right?
It's right next to Alaska.
The Earth is a globe.
Yeah.
So it's not like you go up here and there's nothing up there, right? This is the top of the Earth, and it brings together as a point. So I mean, between the United States, Russia is between the United States and Canada here. Okay, so if this nuclear base right here is the one place where we can house our nuclear submarines in Europe and nowhere else, because Russia has got all of this up here, then look at Greenland, right? Greenland is between us and Russia, and therefore, if we put defense systems on this side of Greenland, we're preventing incursions from Russia up through here, right? Through the northern tip of our defenses.
The Earth is flat. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's the Earth is flat. The show is The Diplomat.
I wonder how the flat earthers feel about Greenland and Trump and all that. You know, they're probably like, we don't need it. We're flat earthers.
Yeah, that was season 2 of The Diplomat. Allison Janney as Grace Penn explaining the decision. The Diplomat on Netflix. That's season 2. So if you guys were wanting to watch that, so I thought it was really good explanation.
That's interesting.
It's set in the background of a drama, but there's a lot in there that's true. So, and I think it explained very well, sort of like the Arctic defense situation. It's 8:04 a.m. Central. We haven't talked about any of the topics that we build for the show, but we don't care because you know what? It's Freedom Family Friday. Stephanie and I, we goof around. We talk about whatever we want.
I mean, I think we've been very informative so far. We're informing people that their lives are about to end because of the snowstorm.
The winter storm is coming.
Now
yes.
we know where Greenland stands. We know they're not going to become a state.
We're not. We're learning some things. We've had a few laughs on the show earlier today. Hopefully, Brad will get some clips out of it. We'll see. We hope to see you guys with us in Boston May 1st and 2nd. We haven't unlocked the bonus content yet, but we are well on the way. So please do keep those Rumble rants coming in. The tips, donations. They make a big difference to help to unlock the bonus content because when we hit $100 raised today, Reveal of Liberty, then you can watch our little mini documentary instead of commercials, which is what we're about to do. We're going to go to a brief little commercial break, take a quick little break, go pee for Liberty, and we'll be right back. It's the Wake Up America show. And what's it on, Stephanie?
For Liberty Network.
Picture this. It's 1776. Thomas Jefferson is hunched over his desk at Monticello, ink-stained fingers, writing the most radical document in human history. Do you really think he was sipping Starbucks? No. He was drinking something bold, something black, something brewed strong enough to fuel a revolution. That's the spirit behind Founding Flavors, our signature line of liberty-fueled coffee. No soy froth, no climate guilt, no corporate slogans. Just real coffee, inspired by the men who wrote freedom into existence. Every cup is a quiet protest. Against mediocrity, against tyranny, against bad coffee. So this morning, skip the globalist brew. Grab something worthy of a free man's sunrise. Founding Flavors. Now brewing at forlibertyshop.com. Imagine bringing George Washington back to life. Just to explain that in 2025, men can get pregnant, waving an American flag might offend someone, and our government is $34 trillion in debt. But that's not all, George. We have Drag Queen Story Hour for toddlers. Pronouns are mandatory. And Harvard can't define woman. Oh. And we send billions to Ukraine but can't fix potholes in Ohio. You know, just normal modern empire stuff. I'm sure he'd be totally cool with it. Right after he finishes reloading. He didn't cross the Delaware for this nonsense, but you can carry on the fight with gear that would have made King George cry. Shop bold, shop free, shop forlibertyshop.com. Legend has it, back in 1773, a band of angry, overtaxed patriots stormed a British ship, found the king's favorite tea, and said, "This would taste better without the tyranny." Then they tossed it overboard. Fast forward to today. That revolutionary spirit lives on in Boston Harbor Black, the boldest brew in the For Liberty tea lineup. It's dark, it's smooth, it's unapologetically American, just like the folks who drink it. Whether you're sweetening it up on the front porch or drinking it straight like a Minuteman before battle, this isn't tea for royalty, it's tea for rebels. No fake flavors, no corporate slogans, just a cold glass of Don't Tread on Me in liquid form. So skip the woke iced tea aisle and stock up on Boston Harbor Black at forlibertyshop.com. Because when the heat's rising, the least you can do is drink like a patriot. When the founding fathers dreamed of liberty, they forgot one thing: coffee. Introducing Founding Flavors Coffee, the brew that built America, and the brew that's fueling a new revolution, one kitchen at a time. Small batch roasted, Patriot approved, and disappearing faster than a red coat at Yorktown. Don't get left behind, soldier. Real patriots are starting their mornings with Founding Flavors. And trust us, freedom tastes better with a fresh cup in your hand. Stop drinking those tyrant brews who take your money and don't support your values. Stocks are limited, demand is booming, and your morning deserves a taste of liberty. Order now at forlibertyshop.com before the next shipment gets signed, sealed, and sold out. Founding Flavors Coffee, the official brew of morning rebellions everywhere. Get yours at forlibertyshop.com.
Are you tired of the strange radioactive effects of leftist culture? Do you ever wonder what happened to good old-fashioned American values? Well, fear no more, because there's a new force fighting back against the cultural rot of today. Introducing Culturama, a right-of-center talk show that's taking back the future today. Hosted by none other than blonde bombshell herself, Daniela Pensack. She's not just talking, she's taking culture back. With sharp takes, brilliant guests, and a few surprises along the way. Tune in to the live video podcast twice a week, because the future doesn't have to be weird. It can be Culturama.
If there wasn't going to be somebody who was a fiery champion of liberty, somebody who would get out there and who would be aggressive, and if they wouldn't do it with more fire or passion than I had, then I would go and I would fight this battle for us. I've fought for the principles that we all share. Parties tend to be secondary to me. We're here because we believe in the principles of liberty. I am not a perfect messenger, but I think I'm a damn good one. This is a replica of...
I'm asking a lot of the American players just how it feels to play under the American flag right now, and I'm curious how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, I was born in America, so I'm always proud to represent my country. And yeah, a lot of us are doing really well, and it's great to see a lot of, great athletes on the women's side, on the men's side. So yeah, I feel like we're all doing a great job representing ourselves.
I've been asking a lot of...
That guy sounds like he buys soy by the pallet. Good morning. Rise and freedom.
And she's like a Russian-American tennis player. Most of the tennis players are Russian-Americans. That's why they're so good looking.
They're American-Americans.
Yeah, but did you see her last name? It was like Osmanov or something.
Anisimova?
Mm-hmm.
Anisimova.
Yeah.
They did this. He did this to more than one athlete at the Australian Open.
This is a pretty sensitive subject, but the U.S. is a year into the second Trump administration now, and a lot of people are suffering, and I'm wondering how you're feeling about...
I love that they're suffering. The people who are suffering should be suffering, but let's continue.
Things back home personally, and specifically what the mood is like in Florida.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I feel... I don't know. I don't like to kind of dabble too much into politics just because it's just not the space that I really want to say that much on. But yeah, I just hope that everybody can kind of at some point come together.
This is a pretty
great answer. Great answer.
Yeah, I feel like they were coached almost to know how to respond to questions like this.
But he's like, the way he frames that question, just the simpering in his voice, the Poindexter-ish of it, right? All of the ladies' loins drieth up when hear.
Oh, I don't think he's into ladies. I think he's into men. To be quite honest.
No, he sounds like the type of guy who is.
Yeah.
But can't get him, and he has to find some fat liberal chick who beat him up, and then also have boyfriend on the side. He sounds like a cuck.
Right. Yeah, he's a brother husband.
He sounds like he is like a Reddit mod.
Yeah.
You know, I'm asking all the American players this, and there's a lot happening back home in the U.S.
And then this like alpha man right here. He's
This
like,
bro, yeah, this Chad.
he's like, come on.
Look at this Chad Chaddington.
I know.
Chad Chadsworth here. But listen to this guy's voice, man.
You know, I'm asking all the American players this, and there's a lot happening back home in the U.S. and kind of has been for a lot of the last year, and I'm just kind of wondering how you're feeling about all of it.
I mean,
It looks like
sure
you just
what
woke
we're
up.
specifically talking about, but there is a lot going on in the U.S. and I don't know. I feel like whatever I say here is gonna get put in a headline, and it's gonna get taken out of context. So I'd really rather not do something that's gonna cause a big distraction for me in the middle.
Yeah, I get it. You know, I would have just been like, God bless America and God bless President Trump.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think I'd go that far. But yeah, I mean, tennis and politics, like, come on. Like, it's sports. Why are you asking a tennis player about politics? They don't know anything about politics. It'd be like asking football players about politics. Exactly. That's not their wheelhouse, okay?
Yeah, this is the guy. They got him. SNL did a music video about him.
Yeah. Hi, I'm John Waters, and this is The Creep. When you're out at a club,
oh, God. Oh, that's funny.
Do the creep. And if you want to make friends at the ATM, do the creep. And do the creep. Well, we got a new dance, so get up on your feet. It's real easy to do.
What's his name? Not Adam Sandler.
Andy Samberg.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really a clutch of you to just like come up with that clip. That was really cool.
Well, I mean, when I don't think of him from I'm on a boat, I think of him from In a Box.
Girl, you know we've been together such a long, long time to get you a house.
That's what I'm gonna get for you this year for Christmas, Stephanie.
A what?
A dick in a box.
Oh. I mean, I would be flattered.
In a
Thank
box.
you.
Yeah.
I would love that gift, honestly. It's more valuable than anything.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's my golden dome.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what have I done? What have I done?
Oh boy.
Oh my God. Go to heaven for the climate and hell for the company, right, guys? I'll see you there.
Not me. I'm going to heaven.
No, you're not, Jew. Quiet.
I have heard that before.
Unless you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you'll burn in hell for all eternity.
How do you feel about what Scott Adams did, where he was like, well, I know you guys really want me to accept Jesus, so I'm going to do it. And then he wrote that, in his last letter.
It counts, I guess.
Is that a true, sincere, genuine acceptance of Jesus? Or is that kind of...
I think so. Yes, I do. I don't think Jesus, if he exists and is anything like what I have read about him or what many, try not to judge Jesus by his worst followers. Mm-hmm. It's hard to do. Whenever you look at religions, you always see the crazies and the twats and the shysters and the fake people because they stand out.
Right.
But there's some good people there, and Scott Adams was a good man, and he probably had good people around him. He probably had good Christian people around him, and so yeah, I would say
I don't know much about his religious faith, but I mean, there are no atheists in foxholes, and I truly stand by that.
Yeah, probably true. Probably true. I don't know how I'll feel on that day, but I mean, the thing about Christianity is that in order to get into heaven, you have to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. And so if he did that sincerely, according to Christian faith, then yes, he's in heaven right now. He's the idea is that you have your name written in the book of life. And
Right.
so in order to cross into heaven, you have to pass that test. If you don't pass that test, then you go to hell.
Yeah.
But the concept of hell is it's different in different faiths. So what I was raised to believe was that it was a literal lake of fire where you will be tortured by demons and you will burn and you will be alone and you will suffer because you didn't accept Jesus.
Right.
Right. But in your faith and your ethnic background, it's like a big arena.
Yeah, and,
And-
and the more mitzvahs you do, the more good things you do, the closer you are to like God, the closer you are to the main stage. And then I'm like up there in the nosebleed seats because I don't do very much. I don't do all like the Jewish holidays and stuff. So, but I'm still there with everybody else. It's just
If you
know,
didn't
I'm
do as
far
many
up there.
mitzvahs, right.
Right.
But there's no concept of hell. I mean, I think we asked your sister, and it was like kind of like, yeah, no, there's no real.
It's just
kinda-
like an arena. She
yeah.
said.
Catholics have this thing called purgatory,
Oof.
where you are sort of in a limbo state,
Yeah.
until you basically are kind of like you're in jail for a period, but that after a while you will be removed. You've kind of paid your penance for whatever it is you did in life to some extent. Catholics, please correct me. And I know that there's lots of different Catholics.
Yeah.
But from what I understand is that, and I was raised evangelical, so the evangelical tradition is very stark. There's no purgatory. It's heaven or it's hell. You
Yeah.
either go to heaven or you go to hell. You accept
Right.
Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and it doesn't matter who you are. Except the difficult question, of course, is what about the uncontacted tribes?
Right.
What about the people who never heard about Jesus? Because how could they accept him if they never heard about him?
Well, that's why the missionaries go out there.
That is why the missionaries go out there, actually.
So
yes.
they can save the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The missionaries.
Right. It's like, in the Christian faith, it's like, would you blame somebody if they don't know about Jesus, so they don't know enough to know to accept him? It's
No.
like the unknowers. It's like they can't help it.
No, Jews used to practice sacrifices to erase their sins. Yeah, that is the Old Testament way.
Well, usually Yom Kippur, that's why that exists, at least as far as I know, is to repent. That's our day to talk about all of our sins, and then we are written into the book of life on Yom Kippur, and then, okay, you're good now. So instead of accepting Jesus, they just do Yom Kippur, and they fast all day long and feel bad for everything.
Well, in the New Testament, Jesus is the sacrifice. He is the lamb. They call him the Lamb of God.
Yeah.
And so his sacrifice is supposed to be the final ultimate sacrifice. So the idea is that now that the Messiah has come and has been sacrificed, our sins can be washed away if you accept him as your Lord and Savior. And then you no longer need to do animal sacrifices.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
no
I'm
longer-
not into animal sacrifice.
Well,
I used to be a
obviously.
vegetarian. My
Are there
goodness.
any Jewish sects that still do animal sacrifices?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. There
don't
probably there
think so.
might be. I would not be surprised if there were, if there was some representation of it.
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be curious. There's this one Jewish ritual. What's the one where they wrap themselves with like tape around their arms?
It's like leather?
And then they wear the tiny little hat that looks like a little cube on their head.
Right.
Do you know what that's called?
I don't know what holiday that is. I don't know. It's one of those more like religious holidays that us secular and reform people don't follow. So I really don't know. I just know that those little Orthodox kids used to stand outside of the Jewish Community Center when I was working out, and yeah, they would want any man that walked out of the community center to wrap his arms and say prayers with them. So I don't. Again, I'm a bad Jew. I don't know.
We're all going to hell. Let's be honest. For all have sinned. Welcome to the Wake Up America show. I'm Austin Peterson. What's that Billy Joel song? I'd rather burn with the sinners than fly with the saints or something. I can't remember. Only the good die young.
Oh, only the good die young. Only the good die young. I only know that part. Only the good.
Come out, Virginia. Don't mean a thing. In my two thing. I might as well something too long. Only the good die young.
Nice.
Now you know what it's about.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird to find out what songs are really about.
Yeah, you were always shocked whenever I talk to you about like some of these old songs from the 50s, and it's all about that woman being a cheating hoe.
I know. I'm like, I wish I didn't know that. I just listen to songs for the melody. I really don't. I don't care about lyrics.
I wish I didn't know that.
I'm going to back up. Actually, I do like some lyrics, but a lot of songs that like you can't really understand the lyrics very well, I don't really care.
This is one of my favorite oldies, and you were surprised when I was singing the lyrics to it one day because it was kind of shocking. It was shocking to you.
Uh-huh.
Once I had a pretty girl, her name, it doesn't matter. She went away with another guy. Now he won't even look at her. Hats off to Larry, he broke your heart, just like you broke mine when you said we was part. He told you lies, now it's your turn to cry. Now that Larry said goodbye to you.
There you go. I mean, bitter.
Oh, for
Woo.
sure.
These hoes. This is the guest episodes.
And then I found out what Jolene meant the other day.
Mhm.
I had no idea. Dolly Parton was telling. So apparently, this like bank, what is she, like a bank operator or whatever? She was flirting with Dolly Parton's husband when she was on the road. And so I guess Dolly came back and she told this, bank teller, that's what I'm trying to say. She told this bank teller, like, do not mess with my husband. And so she wrote this song about Jolene. Jolene is the bank teller that was flirting with her husband.
Jolene.
Yeah, imagine
Jolene.
flirting with Dolly Parton's husband. I mean, like,
well,
dang, like her boobs could knock you out.
That
Seriously.
might have that might have been before Dolly Parton was Dolly Parton.
Oh, here, she's telling the story about it.
I've been asking for ever since I started doing the Dolly Show. They asked me why I didn't sing the song about Jolene. Now, this is a true story for those of you that don't know. I wrote this song about 20 years ago about this woman down in Nashville that worked at the bank. She was trying to take care of my husband while I was out on the road. Well, that didn't go over too big with me. I fought that red-headed woman like a wildcat. She jerked my wig off and almost beat me to death with it. But I kept my husband. I got that sucker home and I beat the tar out of him. We got a whole bunch of red-headed women down here. As a matter of fact, Jolene looked a whole lot like you red-headed husband. Oh, so here we go with the pitiful story of Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Man, you can listen to that all day long.
Aww. Yeah, I don't know if I would like beat a woman for flirting with you. I don't think so. No. No. I
If you
wouldn't do
do, I will watch.
I know. Yeah, a man would be like, yeah, please.
Are we getting some laughs out of this show today?
I think so.
I think we're getting some good laughs out of the show today. Bobby Hitler's in the chat. Oh no! Look out!
Bobby Hitler? Oh,
It's
God.
Adolf Hitler's great-great-grandson in the chat.
Oh, God. I'm sure he has family members somewhere out there, doesn't he?
Yeah, but they all changed their names.
Eesh.
Except for Bobby. Bobby was like the retard who forgot.
Oh, God.
He said typical perverted degenerate Jew who wants to defile young Gentile girls. Sounds like my idea of a good time.
Wow. So he's like this white supremacist, anti-Semitic
It's
who's here in the
Rumble.
chat.
There's always one hanging around.
Yeah.
A lot like Fuentes,
Well,
retards.
if he gets out of control, guys, you know what to do. It's
No.
okay to let him go.
Yeah, Bobby Hitler.
Yeah.
You know, stay calm. It's jokes are fine, but Bobby, if you're advocating
Yeah.
for genocide in our chat, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't take him, even though you can. Welcome to Wake Up America show. We are interfaith over here. Degenerate Jews and degenerate agnostics.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with a dad who's Christian and a mom who's Jewish, but I only learned about Judaism. I did not learn about Christianity. I didn't celebrate Christmas. So we are truly, truly halvesies now, where we definitely do, share both traditions, which I think is awesome.
Quest Fanning, Joni Rankin, Drew Van Runkle, BB for Liberty are here. So who needs the haters?
Exactly. Well, do you have that clip of Miss Rachel crying?
Oh.
I sent it to your Facebook.
Okay, you sent it to my Facebook.
And it's on Twitter. Yes.
And it's on, when you say it's on Twitter.
The video's on Twitter.
Okay, let me pull it up
Yeah.
from Facebook.
So Miss Rachel,
tell us the
basically,
story.
just to preface it. So Miss Rachel was crying because she found out that she liked an anti-Semitic comment online. And so she made a video basically apologizing and saying that, she didn't mean to. She's old. She doesn't know what she's clicking on. She has Jewish family members. Here it is. This is it right here.
Oh, God.
So listen to Miss Rachel.
You're going to make me listen to Miss Rachel
Yes.
today. Jesus.
So I thought I deleted a comment and I accidentally hit like and hide. I don't know how or why. I've accidentally liked comments before. It happens. Like, I'm a human who makes mistakes. I would never agree with an anti-Semitic thing like the comment. We have Jewish family. A lot of my friends are Jewish. I delete anti-Semitic comments. I have proof because yesterday somebody messaged me. There was a comment that said that. So I said, yes, I saw that and I deleted it because that's what I thought happened. And then I said, I hate anti-Semitism. And so the internet, I guess, has picked it up, believing that that's what happened. I feel like we can't be human anymore online. Like, we can't.
Agree with that.
And I'm so sorry for the confusion it caused. I'm so sorry.
I mean, in some ways, I kind of agree with it because it's like, you liked a comment. I mean, here's the thing.
Did you read what the comment said?
Yeah. Yes. That I just want to let you know there's a comment that says "Free America from the Jews."
Yes.
That was liked by the author.
It was liked by her.
Here's the thing. She might have done it by accident. She says that she did it by accident.
I don't believe any word she says.
I don't.
She is a lying, terrible person.
Here's the thing. I agree. I think that if I were to bet my money, you're probably right.
Yeah.
But you have to understand things like that. First of all, it's really a non-issue. It's because you can't prove that she actually did that.
Right.
And it's so trivial. And the things that she's actually doing that I think are stupid and hurtful and harmful, those are the things we should focus on.
Those are the things that really show she is anti-Semitic.
Not just anti-Semitic, but the Jew haters are like, I don't care about that. Great. We like Miss Rachel for that. But she also brings trannies on her show to introduce to kids.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't introduce that to children. That's wrong.
Right.
And she does, it's not that she's anti-Semitic. She's just another stupid lefty retard when it comes to foreign policy. And of course, she brings on people to her show and introduces people that she sees as sympathetic to the terrorist cause of Gaza. So there's your unbiased.
Well, I just see it as with any other woman, she's using her tears to make you feel bad for her. Any woman who's crying, she's not at fault here. She clearly is upset. It's like, no, this is all a fake show.
Yeah, I think you're
right. She
right.
just got found out. I'm sorry.
Just Stephanie, she got found out.
Yeah. And it's like, I get it, fat thumbs, whatever, fumbling. I've done it too. Like we've sent out posts that have spelling errors or things like that in them. It does happen. I know.
It does.
But when you are in the spotlight, you have to be so careful. You have to.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's when you're a children's star, you create children's content. There's a lot different set of expectations that are placed on you based on your position.
It would be like if President Trump accidentally liked an anti-Semitic comment. The whole world would blow up.
Well, what's funny is I don't think Trump ever likes anything. He does. He makes posts, but I don't think he ever really engages with other people.
I'm sure that's smart.
Yeah.
When those high celebrities, those really big, huge accounts, most of the time they only make posts. They do not reshare. They do not comment, because they don't have time for that crap. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like if you really are in the spotlight, it's probably best just to like don't even try to like anything.
The next president, the upcoming president of the United States, was talking about had Trump's tweets about him read.
The Treasury Secretary described you as Patrick Bateman meets Sparkle Beach Ken. The White House Communications Director.
That was the U.S. Secretary of Treasury.
I have a couple more, and then you can respond. The White House Communications Director called you Gavin Newscomb, and and an official White House account, a federal government account, described you with I'd say very online sexual slur that people here probably don't want to hear at 8:30 in the morning. And you're in some sense responding in kind, and waving the knee pads around.
Fire with fire.
Do you think the Treasury Secretary?
Gavin Newscomb.
I'm sure he got that in high school.
I don't know. I think Trump might have invented it. If so, then Gavin Newscomb.
I mean, I would just laugh it off. If there was, somebody calling me names and stuff, I'd be like, oh my God.
You think women are going to vote for Gavin Newsom?
Yeah.
Yeah, for president.
He's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
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 Unfortunately, they're going to vote with their eyes.
You know how cringe that sounds.
I know it does, but women do that.
Yeah.
As much as women want to say that like men are dogs because they're like constantly looking at boobs, women are dogs at the lunch table.
Do you think that your party went too far, or that you went too far? And I think, for instance, in extending Medi-Cal to the California healthcare program to undocumented immigrants. Like, do you?
Well, two different
I guess
questions.
on the big picture and the small picture, do you feel like you went too far?
Two different questions. Do I believe in universal health care? Yes, regardless of pre-existing conditions, ability to pay, and your status. I campaigned on that, and we delivered on that. And I'm proud of that. We're one of 16 states to provide care to people regardless of their immigration status.
Do you think
I thought that the illegal immigrants weren't getting health care.
The illegal immigrants were getting health care?
They are getting health care. The Democrats have been lying, saying that they haven't, that they don't get benefits.
I mean, I don't think they really do, unless you have a fake social security number.
They don't. Well, they'll give you medical services at treatment centers.
Oh, yeah. At hospitals, like you have to treat. Yeah.
It depends on the state law to an
Right.
extent. But yeah, they are offering benefits and services to people who are undocumented, meaning that California taxpayers and federal taxpayers are paying for illegal immigrants to get health care in the United States, to get these services and these benefits.
Well, that would be if the hospital is funded publicly.
Which most are, many are, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking about funding publicly. That's exactly what Gavin Newsom is saying here.
Ability to pay and your status. I campaigned on that, and we delivered on that. And I'm proud of that. We're one of 16 states to provide care to people regardless of their immigration status.
Well, I think, and the way that the reporter is asking the question is to ask it, do you regret doing that? Do you regret having campaigned and having done that? Because the backlash against illegal immigration in the last few years, I mean, what was the number one reason that Trump got elected? It was to seal the southern border. It was to protect,
build that wall.
Yeah,
build that wall.
Literally, that was the number one thing that people elected Donald Trump for. It was the most prominent part of his campaign was they wanted the border to be sealed. They wanted the border to be defended.
Right.
They wanted to stop the stream of illegal immigrants into this country.
Yeah, which I thought the wall was so stupid.
Well, the wall. I mean, the wall is
just
just
a symbol.
The wall is a concept.
Yeah,
the wall is a concept, but Trump has done it. He has done it, and he's been successful at it. And a lot of Donald Trump's approval comes from the fact that he's done that. That people want to see their borders secure.
Well, I mean, let's think about this ethical question here, right? Like, you're a healthcare provider. There's somebody who comes into your hospital with an emergency, right? They're having a heart attack, let's say. But you find out that they're an illegal immigrant. Do you just let them die?
Yeah.
Like, is that really an ethical practice?
Volunteer your own time, doctor.
Right. Like, yeah, I probably would.
If the doctor volunteers their time, they can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But-
I just feel like that's probably the
Set up your own
ethical or moral thing to do.
Set up your own clinic on your own time and your own dime and treat illegal immigrants if you love them so much.
Yeah, but it's just really hard. When people come into the hospital, you don't ask them about their immigration status.
Yeah.
Like when the EMS picks up the person, they're not like, "Are you an American citizen?"
Yeah. The United States government is not God. It's not the job of the government to protect people from dying. The government can't save everybody from dying. It's ridiculous and ludicrous to assume that the United States federal government can guarantee that everybody who walks into a treatment center seeking treatment will be able to receive it. There's the nurses know triage. Amy J. East knows this. Triage. You should treat American citizens who pay for it first. The people who pay for it should always be first in line to receive the services. People who don't pay for it have got to go to the back of the line to such an extent that if they are even struggling or suffering with some life thing, what are they doing here? Why are they here in the first place? If the doctors and the hospitals want to give up their own resources, medical resources to do that, and some of them will.
Oh, they do.
Some of them will.
They
but
do all the
not
time.
the taxpayer dollars, not our money. Andy Opperman wants to unlock that bonus content.
Right.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, usually like at the hospital I used to work at in the Detroit area, they used to have like a charity foundation that they would pull money from to pay for people who couldn't pay for their services. I don't know where this money comes from the charity, but like they had it. So I'm assuming a lot of the hospitals, it probably just comes out of their pocket, which actually hurts the hospital system financially.
Very much,
But like, I think I would feel fine with if it's an emergency situation, life or death, like, okay, it's ethically necessary to treat that person. If they're just coming in for a common cold or a wellness check or something, no, you don't need to treat that person.
So here's the thing. We're not just paying for the health care of illegal immigrants in the United States. We're paying for a lot of people's health care. So we've talked about how much the Europeans despise us. They look down their noses at us while sipping espresso in cafes that are protected by our missile systems. They call us warmongers while begging us to save them from Putin. They call us stupid while we pay their bills. In 2024, the total military spending of all NATO countries was about $1.5 trillion. Do you know how much of that was paid for by the United States? $1 trillion. We accounted for 66% of the total spending. We spent twice as much on defense as every other NATO nation combined. We are the sugar daddy of the West. Free European healthcare is a myth. It isn't free. You, the American taxpayer, paid for it. Think about it.
Well,
Why can
stupid.
France afford a massive welfare state? Why can they afford to retire at 62? Because they don't have to build an air force. They know that if the Russians cross the border, Uncle Sam will be there in 30 minutes. We've spent decades effectively subsidizing their socialism. If France and Germany actually had to pay the real cost of their own defense, if they had to secure their own borders without American carrier strike groups, their welfare states would collapse overnight. And I say, let them crash.
Well, yeah. I mean, stop funding other governments.
Couple of announcements before we go tonight, this morning. We do have Freedom Arcade going on tonight. So if you want to join us live to hang out with the Liberty Loving crew, sit back, relax, play some games together, then our exclusive members only stream, Freedom Arcade, is live tonight, 8 p.m. Central Time. Join us right here where you're watching us at rumble.com/AP4Liberty. That's going to happen. So 8 p.m. right here at rumble.com/AP4Liberty. The Freedom Arcade is our members only group where we put ourselves up behind our paywall. And those of you who have the little red castles next to your name are all invited to join us and join our members only stream tonight at 8 p.m. Hopefully we'll get Hazel asleep on time so that Stephanie can join us and she'll be feeling okay because she's been really struggling with this illness. So
I've had no time to rest, really. I think that's what it is when you're a mom and
It's
everything.
tough.
It's like you can't really rest.
For sure. So, but we will be there tonight at 8 p.m. So make sure you join us here. Secondly, we are hours away from the 25% discount on our Boston tour from being, what do we call it? Just going away. For Liberty.
Well, no, the Boston tour will still be here, but the
tour will be here.
Discount will be gone
Thank you,
unless
Stephanie.
you are a subscriber and you have our super secret discount code. You know what it is, then you still can get a discount.
Peterson's Patriots Boston 250th anniversary tour tickets for the maximum discount, 25% off for multiple tickets, 15 hours, 12 minutes, 22 seconds. Use that code, Boston25. Join me, Justin, Stephanie, and all of our friends in Boston, May 1st and 2nd for a patriotic liberty tour. We're going to visit the Boston Massacre site, the old State House. We're going to take a Freedom Trail morning walk. We're going to go to the Boston Tea Party, Ships and Museum. We're going to go on a Boston Harbor sunset cruise. It's going to be beautiful, fun, spirited.
It'll be romantic.
Oh.
You can see me and Austin kissing.
No,
the sunset.
now they're not going to come, Stephanie. Don't do that. Don't say that.
Aw.
Join me, Stephanie, and Justin on a tour of your lives. Go to forlibertyshop.com. That's the number 4, libertyshop.com. Get that code Boston25 entered at checkout, and you will save 25% on your group package. There you go. All right, so we goofed around. We didn't talk about any of the topics that we advertised on
what was the thing
this.
about the moms?
Oh,
Leave
it's
moms
about
alone.
Title IX, and it was about, like boys and girls sports and stuff, which is an important issue for us because we have to deal
Can
with
you
this.
tell me a little about it? I'm curious.
Yeah, sure. So
You got me with the headline.
okay, so yeah, sure. So it's about leaving the girls alone. Stop using girls and women as human shields for ideological experiments. So, stop demanding that parents and families surrender basic truth and fairness so activists can feel like they won a moral argument. Or the Title IX madness, right? So,
I don't know what Title IX is.
So let's start with the big one. So there's a reason that this topic lights people up. It's not because Americans are hateful. It's because Americans are normal. Because people still believe that boys are boys and girls are girls, and that fairness matters, and safety matters, and truth matters.
Sure.
And the reason that this story has kind of exploded is because institutions and schools and administrators and bureaucrats have been trying to force families to play pretend like we're all children, right? They want you to say things that you don't believe.
What do you mean?
And they want your daughters to accept outcomes that are unfair in sports. And they want your sons to accept rules that are confusing. So we're supposed to pretend that fairness is hatred, and it's emotionally manipulative. And this burden is falling on girls because they're the ones who have to deal with the men in their bathrooms, the men in their sports.
Oh.
And essentially that a lot of women, we're supposed to protect women from dangerous men.
Sure.
Good men are supposed to protect dangerous women. But in some sense, our hands are tied because, ladies, we have to defend you from yourselves because men aren't the ones who are advocating for men in women's sports.
Right.
This is almost entirely a female phenomenon.
Sure.
So in some sense, there's like almost a required paternalism to this, which is that we have to in an almost condescending way, take the reins away and say, ladies, we have to protect you from yourselves, sadly, because other men are predators. Because we understand how other men are. Because the beta soy boys are not going to protect you, right? It's like that guy that we watched in that, the one who was trying to date the prison chick, and he's like this beta boy, and he's like, I need some kisses. That guy.
Right.
Those are the kind of guys.
Or that news reporter asking the tennis people about how they feel.
I need some more kisses.
Right.
Those little these are the men who are allowing it. They're allowing themselves to be walked all over by women who are advocating for these programs that are hurting women, right? So, the Trump administration is trying to draw a red line to prevent, using Title IX legislation to prevent women from having to be subjected to men in their locker rooms and in their competing against
so
sporting
this
events.
would ban men from entering into women's spaces?
Yeah, to an extent, right? So that's what we're talking about here. And that's what we were supposed to be discussing on the Wake Up America show, but it's 8:50. Here's that clip from that show we were watching last night.
Welcome back, everyone. If you thought the last video was bad,
there might be bad language, FYI.
As this relationship progresses, I'm still waiting for someone to adapt one of the storylines from these shows into an actual horror movie. I think it would work pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. Imagine being locked up for years and thinking one day you're gonna get out and you're gonna be free and happy, and then you walk out and this dude is standing there in the parking lot saying, I need more kisses. I need more kisses. Oh wow, that's so funny. What a coincidence. I think I need to open the door and jump out of the car. They shouldn't even allow anybody to be released to this guy, because whoever it is going to immediately realize that being in prison is a much better option. Quite honestly, it's dangerous for
Love after lockup. That's what the show was.
Yeah, so it's about men who fall in love with women in prison, and they send them lots and lots of money, and the women make all these promises to them, and when they get out, the women have nothing to do with these
they're not falling in love with these women from prison. They're desperate for options. But I'm just saying, it's men like this. These are the soft men
Yeah.
who are creating the hard times.
They're the Mr. Nice Guys.
Yes, and that's the thing, is that he becomes a pushover, because look at these two men and their interaction. Here you have two men with a completely different psychic persona, a completely different psychic reality of the two worlds that these men live in. Look at this
guy's posture. I can't figure it out though. Oh yeah, he stands the exact same way that Shrek does.
I know it's a delicate subject because I don't want to overstep my boundaries as far as your friendship goes either. But she's also my wife, and there's those concerns, you know.
Oh man, this guy looks really pissed. He's probably wondering, why the hell is her Uber driver in my house? Oh, you're her husband. Oh shit. Wow. You guys should be a circus act. I'm actually not saying that as an insult. I know a few carnies, and you guys are exactly what they're looking for.
There's those concerns, you know.
So until you're secure with yourself, I can't call my friend?
Just ask you to just hold back just a little bit. I need more kisses.
I got news for you, pal. Chaz.
Well, I need more kisses. I mean, here, see, like this guy, I think he's a nice guy, and I think he would actually treat a woman very well.
He's not a nice guy.
And the fact that he's trying to stand up to this man and say, listen, like, get out of my woman's life.
He's not a nice guy.
Like, that is okay for a man to do. What? Like, would you want me, like, hanging out with guy friends, talking to my guys, inviting them over? Like, no.
It would
you
never
would stand up to those guys, wouldn't you?
It would never happen. I would never. You don't understand, Stephanie. I'm not saying I like control you, but like you are under my cloak of protection. You're my green.
Well,
you're my Greenland now.
You're so lucky that like I'm basically like a nun. I basically wear a chastity belt in public, you know?
Yeah.
So like
and you are so lucky that your man keeps the wolves from the door, even if it weren't the case.
Yeah. I cock block myself, you know. So you never have to worry. I shoo all men away.
Daddy Knows Karate. Join us tonight at 8 p.m. Central on Freedom Arcade. Stephanie, is there anything we missed today or stuff that you would like to share before we see you tonight?
Nope. Just be free.
Get your tickets today for the Boston Liberty Tour. We'll see you guys right back again here tonight, 8 p.m. Central for the Freedom Arcade. Exit through the Grift Shop. Visit the Grift Shop at thegriftshop.com. Get yourself a box of Founding Flavors coffee and sign up for the Boston Liberty Tour. We'll see you guys tonight. Have a good one. Where's your Be Free?
I said it already.
Oh, I missed
be
it.
free. Yeah.
Are you tired of the strange radioactive effects of leftist culture? Do you ever wonder what happened to good old-fashioned American values? Well, fear no more, because there's a new force fighting back against the cultural rot of today. Introducing Culturama, a right-of-center talk show that's taking back the future today. Hosted by none other than blonde bombshell herself, Daniela Pensack. She's not just talking, she's taking culture back. With sharp takes, brilliant guests, and a few surprises along the way. Tune in to the live video podcast twice a week, because the future doesn't have to be weird. It can be Culturama.
If there wasn't going to be somebody who was a fiery champion of liberty, somebody who would get out there and who would be aggressive, and if they wouldn't do it with more fire or passion than I had, then I would go and I would fight this battle for us. I've fought for the principles that we all share. Parties tend to be secondary to me. We're here because we believe in the principles of liberty. I am not a perfect messenger, but I think I'm a damn good one. This is a replica of our first president's flintlock pistol. You have my full support, my respect, and my gun.
I think that at the heart of my philosophy is much more libertarianism than well, that's the fashionable word these days, I guess. A conservative is no longer just that. He's a libertarian and always has been.
Yet any time you and I question the schemes of the do-gooders, we're denounced as being against their humanitarian goals. They say we're always against things, we're never for anything.
What is fascism? Fascism is private ownership, private enterprise, but total government control and regulation.
Well, the trouble with our liberal friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that isn't so. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth. This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
Conservative, so-called, is the one that says less government, get off my back, get out of my pocket, and let me have more control of my own destiny.
Do you hate the deep state? Do you reject the Antichrist in all his ways? Do you believe that aliens controlled LBJ to assassinate John F. Kennedy? Did you know that the shot can put chemicals in you that will make you more sensitive to 5G? Do you love America? Do you want more freedom? Do you like smoking hot red-headed libertarians? Then the AP for Liberty shop is for you! Check out all the awesome new merch and have a happy new year! Fight the deep state, reject the Antichrist. Visit AP for Liberty shop and get your patriotic merchandise now, or the deep state wins.